Okay, I thought I'd have a conversation about AI and the future and how that relates to craft persons and creative people. Because within my community, whenever someone mentions like AI, it always causes a lot of anger. People saying how disgusting it is, stealing people's creatives and generating this machine factory made content and different things. And I would like to give my opinion on this and give you guys, maybe a different point of view than other creative people on AI. So I'm going to say that if you are an intelligent craftsperson who can see and understand the future and try to take a different viewpoint on it, you can actually position yourself really well for this AI era that we're going into, which is going to happen. So in the future, everything or a lot of content, a lot of everything is going to be generated by AI programs. That is without question is going to happen. So there's going to be a rise in demand for authentic and authentic products, such as what craftspeople create. So if you are a smart craftsperson at the moment, you will build a community, you will make loads of video content that showing you making the process, showing you getting the wood, showing you doing all of these things. Exactly what I'm doing. Like literally, I'm preparing always for the future so that Irish shillelagh making and Irish stick making can survive into the future. And I don't think that AI generated walking sticks or factory made walking sticks or plastic walking sticks are going to ever affect the handmade walking stick industry, because you're growing a piece of wood. It's grown naturally in nature. It has certain energy to it as well. It grew out of Irish earth and Irish soil, made by Irish hands, and you can't get a more authentic product than a handmade walking stick. Okay, like these sticks, they're rustic. I don't make pieces of art with all the bells and whistles and diamonds on and this and that. I make handmade walking sticks from Irish soil. And people who have a connection to Ireland like them, people who have a connection to nature, people who want a wooden handmade stick for when they get old and they need that companion. So AI is not as bad as you think. Okay, obviously, like I'll give you an example. Like when the internet came in, everyone had a meltdown because that was the last biggest thing that came in. Say for example, if I wanted to know, the capital city of Egypt or something like that, and I could go online, type it in, get the answer, and say it back. Then a lot of people say that's cheating, or you haven't learned these things, or and all of these different things. But my take on AI is it's a tool to be used. That's it. Okay. It's only a tool to be used like any tool, like, like a Stanley knife or something like that, or, a tape measure. It's just a tool. Okay. And you can use it to generate ideas, to generate content, to do all of these things, especially like, if you're busy and you're a very small business, it can be quite handy to use and to have only as a tool, okay? But it does not replace people, okay? Everyone has this dystopian view of like the Terminator movies, of the machines taking over and different things as well. AI is getting better every month and every time, and it's inevitable. It's going to happen. Every piece of content you see in social media like is going to be all generated by AI programs. So you're going to be bombarded with AI generated content, AI generated products. There's going to be all of the 3D printers will be just generating things. So and AIs will see, like say for example, an AI program will look at McCaffrey Crafts. We'll look at every sale I've had for the past 15 years. We'll see the top type of sales. We'll go through all of my comment sections of all my published social media, and we'll develop, into its own thing as well. So having, but the thing is like that sounds pretty bad. But for me, I think that's a huge advantage. That's a huge advantage because like, again, everyone is going to question what is authentic in the future. Is this authentic or is this AI? Is this McCaffrey speaking or is it a program speaking? Is this really you? And that's a huge opportunity. If you're a craftsperson, you should be salivating at the mouth at the opportunities that finally your creativity and your authenticity, it's always a word that I struggle with, but it's a good word, being authentic. Authenticity, that's the one I always struggle with for some reason. But yeah, it's a great opportunity because if you spend time to do something, there's value in that. So say, for example, if a factory made stick is made versus a stick which is handmade, hand cut, carved, a story to it, blood was spilt over it, you know where it's from, you know the whole story in the background from. There's video content of you making the stick as well. And then there's an AI generated stick. Literally, they cannot compete with authentic creative people. So if you were an artist or a creative person and you're over the Christmas having a meltdown about AI is stealing all your jobs and all of these different things, you adapt. Firstly, you understand, you adapt, and you take advantage. And that's my advice to you as well. Okay, rather than having big rants and big arguments online, you're probably talking to other AI bots. That's the irony of it. Think, right, okay, so if everything goes AI, what's going to happen? All right, people are going to be like, what's real, what's not? Okay, so I'm real, so as long as people can see me, AI can't compete with you. So that's the kind of future that you should be creating, you should be planning for as a creative person. Use AI just like you would every tool. If you're falling a bit behind and you need 10 Facebook posts, go into AI and said, hello, I'm a stick maker in Ireland. Can you please write me 20 AI posts? And just spit them out in seconds. And then you read through them all. And then you go, yeah, they're written a bit robotically. So you just go in and you retype and you redo it. And boom, you have that if you're busy. It's just there as a tool for when you're busy and when something like that. But you see, with me, because that is so easy to do with AI, what I do is all the short content now. I do all the little video clips. I make videos like this so you can see it's me. So this isn't this is a 7-minute video so far of me talking. It hasn't been generated by AI, but there's new programs like Sora coming out as well, which will be able to generate AI videos based on looking like a person as well. So it's going to be quite interesting future, and it's something that I'm looking forward to. I've never of course I love the tradition of Irish stick making, the past as well. And I love products and traditional heritage crafts that can survive going into this technological age. They can survive on the internet, that can survive against plastic walking sticks, that can survive against, I give you an example, Cold Steel brought out their plastic polyurethane, shillelagh and walking stick and blackthorn walking stick. They said that all the walking sticks in Ireland were gone, there was no one there left. And then they said, all those wooden sticks are terrible. They warp and they do this and do that. And then, like a phoenix out of the ashes, comes McCaffrey to save the day. And at the time that I emerged, that was the big thing, because they were heavily marketing that there was no stick makers in Ireland. There was no things, and that they're, futuristic, polyurethane, blah, 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 plastic, pro-ethane, hard use. Imitation is the most amazing thing in the world as well. But, I use that just example as an analogy that, many things have tried to destroy heritage crafts. Say, for example, the woolen industry. There was a time when natural wool was dominating, and then came plastic, acrylic wool. You know what acrylic wool is? It's little threads of plastic that they wrap around as well. It's like wearing a piece of plastic. So if you go to the shop and you see a wool jumper and it's really cheap and you try it on, it's really nice and stuff. Look at the tag and it says made of acrylics and stuff. You're wearing a piece of plastic, but wools have survived. Wools have emerged. And guess what? In an age, wool used to be cheap enough to wear, but when wool was put against the acrylics and plastics, the price of wool went up. People wanted a natural fiber over an unnatural fiber, like cotton. Even things if you look at like the fabrics and different things. There's all different synthetic fabrics. But synthetic means not real, okay? And then you have natural fabrics like cotton. So I think that there is going to be a huge surge for craftspeople who are very active online, who making loads of video content, and who connect to their community, and who are try to be as authentic as possible. Pull the curtain from behind what they do, show a bit of what they do. Look, I show you guys a bit of what I do, and I get like 95% happiness, and then 5% of guys, you're holding that stick right. Like I made a short reel about 2 days ago, and I posted, say, tell me everything I did wrong in this video. And like, you're holding this wrong, you're holding it too now, you're not wearing gloves, you didn't put your mask on, you're moving it the wrong way and stuff like that. And I actually did that for a reason, and intentionally, on purpose, and planned it as well. Because like, I wanted to just put myself out there and show someone a video of someone doing everything wrong and not even caring, okay? And that's the biggest kind of barrier and fear to other craftspeople. They have this fear of being criticized. Like, there's a guy I saw, and he was a forge guy. I think he does like blacksmithing, and he's doing it for a year. And he's bought a forge, and he's putting videos on. He's really happy, and he's a jovial type of guy. He's got, his eyes are like so lit up and stuff. He's like one of these guys. He's just like, happy all the time. And the mean comments are coming, man, and he had to post a few videos, and you can see it's like it did affect him and hurted him. He was like, I'm just trying my best here, and I hope my peers in the industries give me a chance and don't be so critical at pointing out everything I'm doing wrong. Like, a craftsperson will do the things. Look, if I'm holding a scissors, the correct way is like this, and move it into strokes. But maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I want to hold the scissors like this. Maybe I just want to hold it like that. I want to cut like this. What's wrong with this? What's wrong? But you're not holding it correctly. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, to be like, if you're doing something 100% correct, okay? Just be authentic to yourself. Make mistakes. Leave little imperfections.